Hi students, welcome to Methodology classes. In today's session, we are going to discuss the important points for the board exam 2026 in which you can keep in your mind. You have done all the hard work, now it's time to perform. And in the pressure of performance or scoring well, we make many silly mistakes. I have tried to note down few of the silly mistakes which I have encountered in my students. We will discuss them one by one so that you can avoid them in your exam. So let's discuss the points. The first point is first go through all the questions. So when you get the question paper, don't start solving the questions. First read every question properly with the full attention. Go through all the questions one by one and try to understand them and make yourself comfortable with the paper. Second point, don't think about the marks, have confidence in yourself. So you have done all the hard work. You have solved numerous number of questions throughout the year. You have given your best. So don't think about the marks. Just read the question, make yourself comfortable and try to have a clear picture of the questions in your mind. Third point, read the question what is actually written. This point may look silly, but many times this point only creates the difference between 100 and 99. Let's try to understand the third point with the help of this simple example. What cannot be the value of x? Now, I have taken a simple example to make you clear the third point. X square plus 3x is equal to 0. We have to solve that. And the question is, what cannot be the value of x? Now, we have solved numerous number of questions throughout the year which ask what can be the value of x or what is the value of x. But this question is what cannot be the value of x. So when we read what can, when we see this simple example, so our subconscious mind feels that x square plus 3x is equal to 0. If I go through the options, so we can clearly see that 0 satisfies this option and we will click 0 and color the bubble and move ahead to the next question. But this question is asking what cannot be the value of x. So 0 can be the value of x, and if I substitute minus 3, that is also satisfying. So minus 3 can also be the value of x, but it is asking what cannot be the value of x. So our answer will be C. So in such type of question, in the pressure of the performance, we may mark first or second option and move to the next question. But always read word by word what the question is, not try to use your subconscious mind in that. Now let's move to the next point. Point number 4 is, in MCQs or proving questions, if you are not getting the answer, always check by modifying the answer. Now, what I mean by this is, let's try to understand that. The question is, prove that square root of sec square theta minus tan theta into cot theta is equal to sin theta times sec theta. So what we do in such questions is, we take the left hand side. So left hand side is square root of sec square theta minus tan theta times cot theta. Now we know that tan theta and cot theta are reciprocal of each other, so their product will be 1. So we can write it as sec square theta minus 1, and sec square theta minus 1 is tan square theta, so square root of tan square theta so will be equal to tan theta. But if we see the right hand side, we haven't got the right hand side. We are getting tan theta, but the right hand side is sin theta into sec theta. So if we will not have confidence on ourselves, then we will start worrying that I'm not getting the answer, and we will not think about the solution, or we will not think how to reach at sin theta times sec theta from tan theta. In place of that, we will start worrying. So have confidence in yourself. We have worked on many questions and we know everything. We have to just convert what we have got into the thing which we need. So tan theta is, we know, we can write tan theta as sin theta by cos theta, and that can be written as sin theta times 1 by cos theta, and from here we can see sin theta times 1 by cos theta is sec theta. So we saw that with a little bit of confidence in our abilities, we converted our intermediary result in the final result. So always have a confidence on your abilities and think about the solution or ways to reach the solution, not about the problem. Point number 5 is after solving the question, always check what has been asked in the question and what you are answering. So after solving any question, always check that what the question was asking and what we have got. Just to explain that point, I have taken a simple question. If x plus 6 is equal to 0, so find the value of x by 2 if x plus 6 is equal to 0. So x plus 6 is equal to 0 means x is equal to minus 6, and we got the value of the unknown, that the variable, as minus 6, and we may write that the value of x is minus 6. But the question was asking the value of x by 2. So we have to divide it by 2 and the answer will be minus 3, not minus 6. So always check what you have got and what the question is asking before moving to the next question. So point 6, in MCQs, if there is an option, both A and B or all of the above, then always check other options. What we mean by this point is, suppose the question is tan theta is equal to. So we all know that tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta, and in the pressure of the exam, we may write option A as the answer and color the bubble and move ahead. But if we see all the options, then there is an option all of the above. So if there is an option like all of the above or both A and B or both B and C, so we have to be very cautious in such questions. So we already know tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta, and sec square theta minus 1 is tan square theta. So square root of that is tan theta, and sin theta by sec theta, sin theta times sec theta is also tan theta. So we can see that all the options A, B and C are correct. So in such questions, the option D will be our answer. So with this, I have tried to make you aware about the silly mistakes which the students make, and I hope you will not repeat these mistakes in the board exam. So all of the best for the 2026 board exam. I am sure you will do well.